Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're very happy to see you all this morning. I have a few announcements, and then the ceremony will start momentarily. In the event of an emergency, for your own safety, please look for the nearest exit and walk. Don't run. This is the only time we tell you not to jog. Don't run to that exit. Exits are located and marked along the upper concourse, and there are also additional exits on the floor level behind our main stage here. Please do not enter the main floor during the ceremony, as this is for graduates and faculty only. Please hold your applause until all names are called. Please turn off or silence your cell phones. That's always my favorite one. All you social media users, please use hashtag Public Health Terps and hashtag UMDgrad. Again, that's hashtag Public Health Terps and UMDgrad to share commencement memories. We'll be hosting a reception immediately after the ceremony in the School of Public Health, which is in the building just behind us. We're delighted to have you join us on this very special occasion, and we'll start in just a moment. Thank you. morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. You don't want me to sing the national anthem. Thank you all. Please be seated. Just as a reminder for all you social media users, and I know you got all an A+ in that class, my staff actually asked me if it was hashtag or if I even knew what that meant. But for all you social media users, do hashtag public health terps and hashtag UMD grad to share commencement memories. It is my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Jane Clark, Dean of the School of Public Health, who will preside over today's ceremony.
We're here. Yes. Yoo-hoo! Thank you, Dr. Farmer. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I'm pleased to welcome all of you to our Spring 2016 commencement for the School of Public Health. That's another cheer. Yes. Okay. You've got to get in this or you'll fall asleep. It's very early in the morning. You thought your last 8 o'clock was over with, right? Yeah. Wait till you get a job. Okay. In addition to our faculty seated on the stage, I would like to take just one brief moment to introduce a couple of special guests that some of you may not recognize. Andre Blackman, the CEO of Pulse Plus Signal, who will be our commencement speaker, and one of you, Emily Behans, the class of 2016 commencement speaker for the students. Yes. I'd also like to introduce and welcome Chaplain Pastor Raymond Ranker, who will lead us in a moment of reflection in our invocation. The university chaplains represent many cultures and faiths and who work collectively to serve the spiritual needs of the University of Maryland. Pastor Ranker represents the Lutheran campus ministry. Pastor Ranker.
Good morning. I also have not seen so many smiling faces or such good attendance for an 8 a.m. here at Maryland. But as the busy world around us continues to churn, I want to center us here in this place. And first of all, congratulate all of you who are earning your degree today. Of course, this marks the completion of your degree, but not the end of your learning. And I want to invite you all to take a moment here, a moment to reflect and remember all those who have helped you along this journey, all those who have walked with you during your time here, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the many others who have loved, encouraged, supported, and helped you along the way. And so I invite you to silently remember and thank those people now. Again, congratulations, class of 2016. Have a blessed day, and go Terps.
Thank you, Pastor Rankin, for your voluntary service to the University of Maryland and for joining us today at 8 a.m. to commemorate this milestone in the lives of our graduates and their families, and for giving us this moment of invocation as we reflect on the day. Our next part of the program is always a pleasure. The students, we select one graduating senior from the school to give a sort of a comment for all the students. Now, I know she's going to try to represent all 500 of you that are graduating, but I think she'll do a fine job. It's my pleasure, actually, to introduce Emily. I had the pleasure of going to Gymkhana, the Gymkhana Home Show this year, and Emily has been a 4-year member of Gymkhana, and in fact has been a lifelong gymnast and an awesome gymnast, and was recognized this year as one of Gymkhana's 2016 Dr. David A. Field's Best Troopers. She is not only physically strong, as evidenced by her gymnastics tricks, but also in academics. She's a member of the Phi Alpha Epsilon School of Public Health Honorary Society, and this year she heads off to a university I cannot name. No, I'm only saying. The University of Pittsburgh for a degree in physical therapy. You could read more about her in the Commencement program. So it's my pleasure to welcome Emily to speak for the students. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Clark. I'm incredibly honored and humbled to be standing before you today. I want to start by telling you a story. Growing up, I was an active, adventurous, and imaginative kid. In particular, I was always coming up with new ways to push the boundaries of physics. One day, at the age of 7, I came up with my best idea ever. For whatever reason, I got it in my head that I could fly. I knew I had never seen people fly, but that didn't mean I couldn't fly. So I surveyed the house for the best location to test my theory. I climbed up on top of a filing cabinet not too far from my kitchen table. Eyeing up the distance between the counter and the cabinet, I was confident that I would be able to fly from one to the other. I took a big jump and landed just short of the table. So, naturally, I climbed right back on top of the filing cabinet to give it another try. This time, I jumped as far as I possibly could. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite far enough. I landed chin first, smacking it into the edge of the table, and then falling to the floor. A trip to the emergency room, and 5 stitches later, I was pretty devastated that I could not fly. I tell you this story because just 11 years after this occurred, I found a gymnastics and acrobatics team here at Maryland in the School of Public Health that has allowed me to fly. For the past 4 years, I have been flipping through a flaming hoop of fire with the University of Maryland Gymkhana Troop and fulfilling my desire for flight. Now, I know I'm not actually flying, but if any of you have seen a Gymkhana show, you will know that we get pretty close to it. So what does this have to do with public health? Well, public health issues have been and continue to be extremely daunting. Tasks such as advancing research technology, preventing mental health disorders and violence, promoting physical, mental, and social well-being of families, securing health equity, and finding cures for widespread diseases. These issues cannot be taken lightly and are not going to be solved easily. Solutions to these global problems may seem just as impossible as humans flying. But something I've learned from my time here is that this School of Public Health has equipped us with the tools necessary to do the impossible. Professors and teachers have fostered this unique community of students by engaging us in current research and encouraging collaboration to solve today's public health issues. Last year, I took a health interventions course, and by the end of the semester, our class had designed over 10 realistic physical activity intervention programs that could be used to reduce the amount of sedentary behavior in all types of populations. It is these types of practical applications that have given each of us a passion for public health. Hands-on labs have given us meaningful experiences in data interpretation, and life-changing mentorships have shaped us into the confident and inspired people we are today. This School of Public Health has given us the wings and the education that we need to fly. Now is the time to go out into the world and make a difference where it really matters. Never let someone tell you the impossible cannot be done. Whether you spent your time here studying behavioral and community health, epidemiology and biostatistics, family science, public health sciences, health service administration, or kinesiology, each one of us is destined for greatness in our respective fields. This is a class that will move and shape the world of public health, and I am honored to be a part of it. Congratulations, graduates, on finishing this chapter in your story. I look forward to the amazing advances in public health that one day you all will make possible. Thank you.
Well done. What a great talk. I just want to make a point. I'm reading the book, The Wright Brothers, who thought they could fly, and they did. Just read that next. It would be an inspiration. It's now my great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker today, Andre Blackman, a graduate in 2005 from our school in the Department of Behavioral and Community Health, which I think at that time was Department of Public and Community Health. Since graduating, Andre has made a great impact. You all have an idea, and you have just heard that you need to learn to fly, and if you heard last night's talk by Kevin Plank, you know that passion and entrepreneurship are part of our fabric of our campus. But here we have a colleague and a graduate who had an idea of how technology plays a role in our lives. But there are few people who actually have a broad enough view of the variety of opportunities for a population health approach that is provided by technology, and Andre Blackman is one of those very few. You've heard perhaps the terms, besides hashtag Dr. Farmer, of connected health, digital health, m-health, e-health, wearables, and my script says ingestibles. I think it's ingestibles. Among others. Basically, these are all part of Health 2.0, a term that refers to a concept of system reform which seeks participatory processes between patient, client, consumer, providers, practitioners, and other professionals. Now, Public Health 2.0 is defined by a combination of health data, health information, health literacy with personal, family, and community experience, which enables you to become a responsible participant in your health, your family's health, and your community's health and population health. And increasingly, technology and social media are playing an important role in these elements. And really, I don't understand it, but my dog can have a chip, and I can't. Every time I tell him what my birth date is, I just want to say, could you just read it off my chip? How many times have you given this information to one of your health providers? But within a decade from graduating here, actually 11 years, Andre Blackman has developed a national reputation as someone with a finger on the pulse of this movement. He's been a passionate pioneer in building and leveraging the online world to improve individual and public health. His work extends from patient communities to blogs and the use of filmmaking to tell powerful stories that inform public policy and empower personal decisions. He helps organizations committed to moving the needle on health to do so. Indeed, Andre Blackman has been described as the go-to guy relative to Public Health 2.0. And he's one of the few people who truly is willing to put all his time and talent into a field that often is a thankless one, helping everyone, regardless of their socioeconomic status, to live healthier lives. Whenever you work with Andre, and I remember the first time I met him, he's just so energizing. He's thinking not only of today, but he's also thinking tomorrow. And he actually thinks about the past, like with us old guys. So it's a great pleasure, and I wish you to join me in welcoming back our graduate, Andre Blackman.
Thank you so much. Lift this up a little bit. Well, good morning, class of 2016. Thank you so much, Dean, and your faculty for this wonderful opportunity. And congratulations again on both graduation and as well as making me feel really old. 16 years ago, I landed on this campus, and it completely changed my life. Between friends that I made then as a freshman that are still friends today, to challenging coursework that really opened my mind to new ideas, and finally to professors who actually became friends and mentors as well. I would not trade the experience for the world. So most of us in our childhood, are filled with a lot of curiosity. So I'm not sure if you remember that first time you saw rain and you thought the sky was crying, or you had that silly uncle who stole your nose and left you feeling a little sad and confused. My childhood was pretty much the same thing, but it kind of took a step further. For me, curiosity was more about how do I make something happen versus why or how something happens. So when I was 7 years old, and it seems like a lot of things happen at 7 years old, I had the wonderful opportunity to watch the first Star Wars film. And I don't think I really blinked much throughout the film. I was so excited to see it. And so after the film, a week later, I was sitting in my room, and I was deep in thought, as a 7-year-old usually is. And I was thinking, and then I came up with an idea. Yep, I'm going to do it. I am going to build a droid robot. I'm going to do it. And so I set off on that adventure. So that later on that night, I was in my bedroom, and my mom walked in, and she had a look of surprise on her face. And so there I was, deep in pulling out the stuffing of a stuffed animal that I had, and I had a little toy radio that had actual real electronics in it. And of course, I was going to put the electronics in it and figure out how to make it become a robot at that point. And so she asked me, Andre, what in the world are you doing? And without even looking up, oh, I'm building a droid robot to go on intergalactic adventures with. Okay. So she took a pause, and then she asked, well, do you know how to build a droid robot? And without, even thinking about it, I said, no, but I'll figure it out. So there I was, 7 years old, figuring out how to build an intergalactic droid robot. And that's pretty much what I want to talk about today, is that you all have this tremendous opportunity right now as you're getting launched out into the real world. And with all the kind of tools and resources that are out there now, especially with social media and technology, as well as the fantastic public health education that you've received here, the playing field is wide open for you to become an innovator, pioneer, and a health maker. And so for me, in 2007, fast forward a few years later, that all swirled together for me when I launched the Pulse and Signal blog. And for me, it was really a vision to talk about my own thoughts and to highlight all the great things that were happening in public health, from emerging technologies to social media. And social media back then was really just about having a blog. I mean, if you had a blog, you were a celebrity. And so for that, and just all the cool things that were taking place in public health. And that was really what I thought needed to happen. I saw a need, and then I decided to just go out there and do it. I had the flexibility, I had the freedom to make that happen. And that's exactly how things like innovation and entrepreneurship happen. You see a need, you see a problem, which we all do in public health, and you apply your unique perspective in order to think about a solution, and then you go ahead and make that happen. And especially with what we're doing here in public health, finding pain points and actually solving those pain points of the communities that we're working in is absolutely vital. So with that in mind, I just want to bring up 3 points that I've been thinking about in order to build a great body of work and impact that really pours into every facet of your life. And these points, I also call them currency types, because they're an exchange of value, right? Just like, currency around the world. So the very first one is time, or adding buffer, adding margin into your life. Right now, your responsibilities are fairly low for most of you, and I just want to let you know that, as the dean said, once you get a job, or some of you already have jobs, that is going to quickly and frighteningly allow you to get overwhelmed and overbooked and overscheduled. I mean, right now, every second of every minute of our lives can be filled with something, right? I mean, we're standing in Starbucks for our coffee, and within a couple seconds we get the jitters, right? Like we have to pull out our smartphone and check Facebook or see what's actually happening around our networks. But what I want to challenge you is to keep in mind that in order to actually come up with these ideas that are going to change the world, to change public health, you're going to need margin in your life so that you can actually think and come up with these ideas. So you can actually process what's going on and process the problems that you're trying to solve. So that's the very first currency type, is having margin in your life. The second currency type is people, learning how to engage and listen to the people that you're working to solve problems with. So for me, early on in my career, I learned the value of making connections with people. Yet here in the DC, Maryland area, networking is fantastic, right? You know, going to networking events and that sort of thing. But for the work that I'm challenging you all to do to change and innovate in public health, it's going to be absolutely vital to make sure that you focus on the pain points and listening to people, listening to the communities that you want to serve and that you want to improve health with. And, you know, especially just kind of thinking through co-creating. Right now, especially in this kind of digital environment and the element, working alongside of people to actually create those solutions is absolutely important, because we don't all have the answers, right? If we're building solutions for the people have the answers, right? We just need to come alongside of them and make that happen. So learning how to actually engage, even, you know, with all the technologies that we have today, getting out there into the communities and listening and learning, especially from people from diverse perspectives and backgrounds, because that is going to reflect the significance of the solutions that you create. And the third and final currency type is the courage to take action. Doing is that last currency type. And so I'm a big fan of Seth Godin, marketing legend, and he has this phrase called shipping. Basically, it's a concept where it's not good enough that you just have an idea or that you even begin working on the idea, but you actually have to have this idea and this concept in some sort of done mode, some sort of finished phase. And that's how you're shipping something out there. You're getting somebody in community to see what you're actually doing. And I think this is a vital aspect for what I want you all to take home today, is that you can have the ideas, you can have the people, you can engage with them, but if you're not actually getting your ideas out into the world and getting it done, then we're all going to lose, because we need you all to have your ideas out there. And I get it, it's easier said than done, you know, whether it's fear of failure or fear of ridicule or fear that it might actually not lead to anything. I get it, but shipping and actually doing is going to be the actual crux of what you're doing. And so Maya Angelou, who I actually got to meet, fortunately, here as a freshman on campus, one of her quotes is, "Nothing is going to work unless you do," right? And so you have to get out there and actually ship. So those are the three currency types that I want you to take away from. And actually, you know, it's all about momentum. It's about doing. It's about taking that next step. You can, you know, kind of think and research as much as you want, but taking that next step is what's going to get you on that journey to actually innovating. And for me, that happened with taking a fantastic class with Dr. Donna Howard, who actually, yes, right? Dr. Howard is fantastic. And when I came here, I was in the aerospace engineering program, and I decided to take an elective around disease prevention, tuberculosis. And she just exploded my mind into the opportunities that we have to prevent disease. Also, you know, Dr. Bob Gold, who was the dean at that point, he took me on a field trip, I'll say, to one of the SOFI conferences where he spoke about the future of health. And I tell you that he predicted a lot of the technologies that are happening today, including the Fitbit. And he just really sparked my mind around what's possible for innovation. And here at the school, I mean, even though I was sitting where you were sitting, you know, 11 years ago, the school has changed so much around family science and kinesiology, and the opportunities that you all have now are fantastic. And that's what I want you to once again keep in mind, is to hold the creator mind in high regard, having action and doing and making, holding that in high regard. And that is exactly what I feel is going to be necessary for the future. One of the phrases that I've come up with, or that I like saying a lot is micro is the new macro. Any initiative that you come up with can galvanize a handful of people, can quickly spiral into an actual movement. So once again, this goes back to you paying attention and learning how to listen to people. Look at new ways to listen and to understand problems and to collaborate even outside of public health. There's so many people who are working in design thinking, who are working in civic engagement. Those are the kind of people that you want to collaborate with in order to make these initiatives. There will always be a time when you aren't going to be sure of yourself or feel the need to stay comfortable. Now is not the time to stay comfortable. Just as I did with my awful attempt at building a droid robot, I have full confidence that you will all go out and have great adventures of your own. Grow yourself, never give up, improve your own world so that you can improve our world. Thank you so very much for your time here today. And if I can take a selfie with you all, do you guys mind if I just take a selfie? I'd just love to do that. All right. Perfect. Thank you so very much.
So I heard two themes going on here. Just dream you're going to build an android and you're going to fly. Hopefully all of you felt the same way. Last night there's a real theme going on about being a Terp. What have we baked into your DNA now? And that is to be entrepreneurial, to be passionate about what it is. And I'm going to give you your last, and really, think outside the box, as they say. I'm going to ask you for your last quiz. What were the 3 things he told you? Yeah, okay. Was anyone paying? I know they did, but did you hear the 3 things? So the first one was margin time, right? 2, network people, and 3, do, or what did you put? Action, yeah. I was thinking of just do it, but that's somebody else's line, isn't it? Yeah. So on behalf of the school, I'd like to give you a small remembrance. It's a picture book of the University of Maryland. Yeah, so just so you'll always remember your time. 2 great talks. What would you expect in the School of Public Health? So at this time, I would like Dr. Coke Farmer to take the other microphone and join me in beginning what all of you have been waiting for, and that is a recognition of our degree recipients. All right.
Will those receiving a doctoral or master's degree please rise? Dean Clark, in accordance with the recommendations of the faculty of the Graduate School, I present to you those students who have successfully completed all graduate requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, Master of Health Administration, Master of Public Health, and Master of Science degrees.
Dr. Farmer, I acknowledge the recommendations of our fabulous faculty of the Graduate School, and I'm pleased to extend my congratulations to each graduate for successfully completing all degree requirements. Will the Doctor of Philosophy recipients please proceed to the platform, and the Master's Degree students be seated?
I would now like to introduce Dr. Sandra Quinn, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, who will present the recipients of the School of Public Health graduate degrees.
Good morning. For the degree of the doctoral degree in maternal and child health science, Ada Dieterman. Her dissertation is the influence of family characteristics and state program effectiveness on report on inadequate care among families of young children with hearing loss. Her dissertation advisor, Dr. Sandra Hawthorne.
You're setting the sign. You shake my hand, then you go get hooded back here. There you go. Congratulations.
For the degree of PhD, Brianna Davis from Family Science. Her dissertation, Black, Male, and High Achieving, an examination of a risk factor and cultural resources for Black male academic achievement. Her dissertation advisor, Dr. Mia Smith Bynum. For the degree of PhD in Family Science, Cheryl Kahn. Her dissertation, The Influence of Pre-Migration Factors and Post-Migration Climate of the Receiving Community on the Psychological Distress of Latino and Latina Immigrants. Her advisor, Dr. Lee Leslie. Yuju Lee for a PhD in Family Science. Her dissertation, Pathways to Adulthood and Their Precursors, Roles of Gender and Race. Her dissertation advisor, Dr. Sandra Hothroth.
This moment, Dr. Hoffworth has actually been the doctoral advisor for many students, and these are her last 2 students that she will hood. Congratulations to Dr. Sandra Hoffworth as a fantastic doctoral advisor.
For the doctorate from the Maryland Institute of Applied Environmental Health, Greg Responti. His dissertation, Lung Cancer in Nepal, the Contribution of Traditional Tobacco Products and Household Air Pollution. His dissertation advisor, Dr. Amir Sapkota.
I know that, and I'm very happy.
For the degree of PhD from the Maryland Institute of Applied Environmental Health, Crystal Romeo Upperman. Her dissertation, Exposure to Extreme Heat Events and Chronic Diseases Among a Nationally Representative Sample of the United States Population. Her dissertation advisor, Dr. Amir Sapkota. For the PhD in Behavioral and Community Health, Erin Tagai. Her dissertation, The Relationship Between Health Literacy and Indicators of Decision-Making for Colorectal Cancer Screening Among African Americans. Her advisor, Dr. Cheryl Holt. For the degree of PhD in Kinesiology, David Mazala. His dissertation, The Role of Intracellular Calcium Perturbations in Muscle Damage and Dysfunction in Mouse Models of Muscular Dystrophy. His advisor, Dr. Eva Chin. For a PhD in Kinesiology, Christy Treadway. Her dissertation, Charging the Net, Social Activism in Women's Professional Tennis. Her advisor, Dr. David Andrews. Kung Zhou for a PhD in Kinesiology. His dissertation is the integration of intra-auditory modalities for the enhancement of motor performance and coordination in a constant force production task. His advisor, Dr. Jay Shim. For a PhD in Kinesiology, Jay Goldstein. His dissertation, Coaches, Climates, Field Goals, and Efficacy, a deconstruction of the mastery approach to coaching and examination of relationships to psychosocial outcomes in a youth football player development program. His advisor, Dr. Seppo Iso Ahola. For a PhD in epidemiology, Allison Hunt O'Neill. Her dissertation, The Relationship of Early Social, Mental, and Behavioral Experiences with Adult Alcohol Use Disorder and Obesity. Her advisor, Dr. Sunman Lee.
Another round of applause for our doctoral philosophy graduates. Will the master's degree students please rise and proceed to the platform?
For the degree of Master's in Public Health from Epidemiology, Pamela Baranka. Lavisha Jasmine McLaren for an MPH in Epidemiology. Aziz Serman for a Master's in Epidemiology. Agnieszka Anna Roman for an MPH in Epidemiology. Jamie Sim for an MPH in Epidemiology. Amelia Jamison for an MPH in Epidemiology. Lauren Weiss, Kinesiology. Andrea Romeo, an MPH in Physical Activity. Seth Robert Neiman, Kinesiology. Edward Chu, Kinesiology. Taylor Knapp, Kinesiology. Jessica Gleason for an MPH in Behavioral and Community Health. Brittany Bugby for an MPH in Behavioral and Community Health. Julia Schriebner for an MPH, Behavioral and Community Health. Melissa Kimbrell, MPH, Behavioral and Community Health. Christine Kemsel Morioka, MPH, Behavioral and Community Health. Raquel Tony Ann Jarrett, MPH in Public Health Policy and Practice. Tina Yvette Simmons, an MPH, Public Health Policy and Practice. Ade Tutu Adidoin Adi Puju for an MPH in Public Health Practice and Policy. Yu Mai for an MPH in Environmental Health. Juliet Perez, an MPH in Environmental Health. Linda Fang Lee, MPH in Environmental Health. Kimberly Michelle Stinchcomb, MPH in Environmental Health. Jean-Luc Alexander Coletta, an MHA. Pavarissa Kautira for an MHA. Jessica Greenbauer for an MHA. Maya Macon, for MHA. Sorry. Alicia Wallace for an MPH in Behavioral and Community Health. Jasmine Baines for an MPH in Public Health Policy and Practice. Shanice Porter for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Mariah Gabriella Dillard for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Stacy Nicole Schwinker for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Marjan Kamika for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Kendra Abby Wollston-Hume for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Allison Marie Brown for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Andrew Lynn James for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Emily Newbert Leek for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Haley Axton for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Caitlin Doyle for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy. Samantha Bess Steininger for a Master's in Couple and Family Therapy.
Again, a round of applause for the Masters of Arts, Masters of Health Administration, Masters of Public Health, and the Masters of Science students. Well done. And now for the rest of you. Will those receiving their Bachelor's of Science degree in Public Health Science please rise? Dr. Barbara Alving, Director of the Public Health Science Program, will present the degree recipients.
Dean Clark, in accordance with the recommendations of the Faculty of Public Health Science, I present to you those students who have fulfilled all graduation requirements and are the recipients of the Bachelor of Science degree.
Dr. Alving, I acknowledge the recommendations of your faculty. I am pleased to extend my congratulations to each of your graduates.
Una Amalie Kurbani. Meha Sastry. Sarah Yunan. Joan Salvation. John Lee Park. Tiffany Latanya Barnett. Nikki Matha. Noreen Islam. Ravina Kaur Ahuja. Angelica Rose Giuliani. Christopher Sumbe Hiran. Muhammad Karimi. Zoe Wasserman. Orsi Young. Jocelyn Bravo. Michaela O'Neill. Melissa Fisher. Deandra Gaither. Patricia Burbano. Kasia Krolikowska. Keith Abigail Saliente. Elizabeth Pham. Carmel Dialino. Priscilla Wu. Zainab Sultani. Molly Duncan Towson. Mishta Tak. Hillary Marie Kane. Rose Villandi. Sarah Hoffman. Dilani Gunawardin. Victoria Borshak. Pega Davani. Ornella Elsa Gomez. Jenny Duong. Kristen Nicole Mostowski. Mai Tron. Ami Fugnaga. Will those receiving the Bachelor of Science degree from the Department of Family Science please rise? Dr. Elaine Anderson, Department Chair, will present the degree recipients.
Dean Clark, in accordance with the recommendations of the fabulous faculty of the Department of Family Science, I present to you those stupendous students who have successfully completed all graduation requirements and are recipients of the Bachelor of Science degree.
Dr. Anderson, I acknowledge the recommendations of your fabulous faculty, and I am pleased to extend my congratulations to your stupendous graduates.
Elizabeth Inyang. Diana Kim. Stella Anderson. Kristen Alexandra Cabrera. Emily Schreck. Jillian Clark. Megan Connaughton. Stephanie Alexandra Pike. Reena Patel. Velki Noeli Rios. Hedia Hagabibi Nafadahadi. Sadia Sultana. Bethany Marie Schadiger. Leah Stern. Erin Jerry DeVita. Melissa Greberman. Emily Wagner Klinger. Rachel Wasser. Haley Cohen. Victor Christopher Tran. Christina Sang. Lisa Marie Schneider. Caitlin Nicole Laughlin. Mary Collins. Ryland Adkins. Tierney Furman. Genesis Aniared Gonzalez. Francisco Javier Jovel. Ileana Angelina Hernandez. Ihana Winnell Nett. Sydney Elizabeth Zester. Heather Marie Grondalski. Ashley Marie Sprinkle. Caitlin Marie Middleton. Rachel Silverstein. Sarah Garvey. Julia Lee. Chanyang Park. Alvin Douglas Hill. Elvis Denna. Han Nijan. Sarah Nicole Stevenson Biddle. Gabrielle Galanti. Christine Mumby. Lakeelia Butler. Jasmine Everett. Winifred Manu Azinge. Maya Fire. Rebecca Udolfia. Jean Myrto Demong. Dexter Price. Samantha Soloviev. Saisuda Punlapong. Rashad Marquise Williams Dorsey. Maya Everett Albert. LaShonda Denise Walker. Lisa Gary Kim. Morgan Glenise Palmer. Diamond Green. Miriam Olajimoko Rabiu. Chanel Hudson. Abilasha Settler. Kelsey Mullen Wimbish. Aparna Chahadri. Christina Diaz. Bona Shin. Bethlehem Fakati Bikel. Bridget Smith. Nicole Linzer. Ken Carrier. Brittany Goodman. Ileana Gama. Holly Schultz. Karen Arevalo. Maria Del Carmen Puma. Aldo Leveroni Jr. Brady Kevin Stevens. Christina Esther Luthers. Kimberly Gregory. Emily Schubach. Yael Lehman. Alyssa Jennifer Parker. Nicole Tatiana Jopi. Stephanie Omolji Magoo. Jennifer Johnson. Elizabeth Ann Rao. Will those receiving the Bachelor of Science degree from the Department of Behavioral and Community Health please rise? Dr. Barbara Curbo, Department Chair, will present the degree recipients.
Now he's got his phone. Did you see those? Did you get them?
Dean Clark, in accordance with the recommendation of the faculty of the Department of Behavioral and Community Health, I present to you those students who have successfully completed all graduation requirements and are recipients of the Bachelor of Science degree.
Dr. Kerbaugh, I acknowledge the recommendations of your faculty, who I consider to be fabulous, and I'm pleased to extend my congratulations to your graduates, who too are stupendous.
Lauren Alexandra Davis. Lynn Eileen Kronoyer. Yuki Lee Uno. Christopher Maddox. Jennifer Ann Staley. Sarah Elizabeth Weber. Rachel Kane Selby. Layla Miriam Ossie. Alana Marie Zagarino. Gabby Rivas. Nancy So Tay. Jane Lee. Julian Mauricio Argati. Blaine Akama. Adija Adiemi. Chelsea Johnson. Dylan Rye. Ryan Calabrese. Andrew Brown. Mairead Elizabeth Bagley. Priya Narng. Joshua William Troel. Gabriella Ann Floss. Erica Lander. Max Frederick Katz. Alexandra Lee Smith. Aaron Lee Anderson. Jacqueline Noel Betro. Anna Lee Kuznin. Chloe Veronique Ailery. Ariella Cohen. Miriam Kotz Mosbacher. Kimberly Whitley. Lindsay Carlin Gainey. Megan Lindsay Keene. Angelica Lynn Burrell. Emily Mullins. Nicole Ariana Tashikori. Lauren Eisner. Pamela Peku. Laura Bonilla. Nancy T. Vo. Andrea Wright. Ishane Wang. Manisha Gupta. Lama Harim Asadullah. Sheena Patel. Unity Mehta. Kavya Sundar. Zubake Ukandu. Quirk Abasi Bernard Uma. Marilyn Mensa.
Love you.
Isaiah Bell. McAllister Adamoa Egberryman. Apiyami Solaru. Joanne Munn. Amina Array. Sydney Shale. Jordana Kraus. Makita Johnson. Marissa Natividad Herrera. Maxwell Akalatsi Coleman. Whitney Abimbola Ajuwoya. Jackie Agantayo. Levi Santana. Nabiha Jones. Priscilla Chung. David O. Geneva Talia Reyes. Jennifer Macko. Nisa Hussein. Christopher Barbosa Narana. Khadija Mohammed. Neda Riafar. Shreya Roy. Alexis Wenz. Caitlin Eileen O'Connell. Kayla Funk. Jennifer Ann Revelinsky. Mira Rosen. Sonia Houghton. Khadija Camus. Devin Bridget McEachern. Emily Calvert. Andrea Jill Safferstein. Chelsea Rose Katz. Nardos Amare. Brianna Powell. Thank you. Will those receiving the Bachelor of Science degree from the Department of Kinesiology please rise? Dr. Bradley Hatfield, Department Chair, will present the degree recipients.
Dean Clark, in accord with the recommendations of the faculty in the Department of Kinesiology, I present to you those students who successfully completed all graduation requirements and are recipients of the degree Bachelor of Science.
Dr. Hatfield, I acknowledge the recommendations of what I consider to be your fabulous faculty, and I'm pleased to extend my congratulations to all of your stupendous graduates.
Emily Christine Bianis. Sam Nathan Joblansky. Andrew Rex Kennedy. Jennifer A. Elcott. Brian Hugh Scott. Kathleen Mayon King. Paige Nicole Humphreys. Garrett Joe Skelton. Nicholas Andrews. Adam LaFleur. Sharina Burgess. Anna Gorog. Ranisha Jackson. Christopher Choi. Taylor Brooke Roberts. Brianna Elaine Jones. Lane Ann Flynn. Chloe Mermegan. Teresa Christine Haig. Dong Cheng. Eric John Tai. Alexandra Nicole Vendemia. Kayla Ashley Dorsey. Valerie Marie Cook. Cassandra Ann Hundry. Cassidy Ann Cunningham. Caitlin Michelle Smith. Katie Dellinger. Anna Marie Hogan. Andrew Bruce Fasanich. Christina Elizabeth Burnell. Kara Christine Cerro. Liana Jean Farnese. Abriana Lynn Ciavatone. Jacqueline Renee Weiss. Lauren Ashley Hughes. Jessica Ann Kerrigan. Yahel Romim. David Russell Amici. Christopher Joseph Dodgen. Dylan Joseph Hernandez. Olawatobi Oke. Brandon Hakju Lee. Olusegun Soweje. Muse Winslow Talley. Adele Foranash Aziz. Angela Carmen Doles. Angelica Maria Melendez Munoz. Catherine Keating McRainer. Sarah Louise Wigmore. Ksenia Lee Colson. Alyssa Lauren Faust. Michael Paul Tyrone. Abby Sauber. Julia Marie Warak. Madison Staub. Aaron Borda. Lakalia Butler. Ashley Gast. Brianna Ray Tinkle. Christiana Carol Lahoff. Jessica Brown. Marley C. Cornfield. Elise Catherine Pazienza. Larissa Lee O'Neill. Michelle Jamin. Melissa Capuro. Patricia Elaine Hayes. Caitlin Price Silk. Anna Marie Schisler. Joshua Manny Prokifka. Nigel Patrick Essex. Zachary Eric Kay. Julianne Strange. Andrew Marcella. Tommaso Salgado. David Samuel Gruen. Olivia Metrione. Sarah Elise Wagner. Azita Measure Deflon. Emily Rizal. Eve Davida Kenny. Taylor Elizabeth Rouse. Mackenzie Blair Rom. Kiber Befakadu. Charisse Marie Davis. Alicia Alexandra Gibbs. Dario Ibata Parada. Brooke Elizabeth Digman. Andrea Bandura. Tyler Ashton Groves. Rebecca Ann Tantella. Patricia Francis Bissett. Jared Gropper. Matthew Miller. Lily Gamzee. Diana Marjorie Goodman. Danya Devora Charnalewski. Emmeline Ann Vandewater. Catherine Quinn Nappy. Matthew Kenton Wong. Rachel Aaron Peters. Ariel Gleaner. Stephen Alexis Lopez. Dylan Tipton. Kevin Mwema. Maisha Bella. Gladys Guadalupe Riaz Malca. Yela Brewa. Cross Donald Klemko. David Bugenhagen. Tiffany DePietro. Alisa Henson McGraw. Aaron Mitchell Callahan. Dalton Joseph DeRocher. Scott Thompson Goyette. Jonathan Bradley Meltzer. Nicholas Allen Hundermark. Francesca Taddy. Camille Argento Baroni Jr. Erica Nelson. Shannon Elizabeth Collins. Kathleen K. Tang. Bailey Nicole Philbin. Christopher Stephen Freza. Michael Anthony Campman. Kevin Alexander Olson. Emilio Beatley. Grant Thomas Wasden. Mitchell Lee Moy. Aaron Kaho Eng. Michelle Gina Chu. Amelia McNamara. Julie Caroline Betta. Malaysia Alida Harris. Jeffrey T. Robinson. Arash Kanlarbeg. Lucas Chang. Shaheen Hashbarat. Jido, Utah. Sandeep Singh Betty, also known as Sunny. Ryan Jamal Ross. Ryan George. Rachel Liza Loeb. Whitney Brogsdale. Bhavish Khatri. Jonathan Amanor Tenor. Liana Monique Myberger. Julia Hill. Haley Ashton Reichel. Catherine Marie Fitzgerald. Kelly Nicole Logan. Samuel Robert Liss. Megan Ann Curl. Amber Nicole Winsek. Skylan Leitner. Jeremy Olver. Ahmed Mustafa Adriz. Tariq Bayou. Bethel Sampson. Jordan Holly Taylor. Kristen Marie Luby. Dana Lynn Boyle. Alexander Gilman. Mark Abraham Haft. Kevin Tang. Ruben Dumay. Marissa Juanita Caesar. Cynthia Inako. Elizabeth Grace Smithson. Mati Cole. Jonathan Benitez. Bilal Perzada. Andrew Wildman.
What you don't see is that they see themselves on a video down here, so that's why they're like all over. Another round of applause for our Bachelors of Science students. Woohoo! Can you go get a tube for me, the black tube? Did we give them tubes this year? I'm sorry? Did we give them tubes this year? I don't know. Yeah, can you bring them up? All right, we still have a little ways to go. At this point, we'd like to recognize the bachelor's degree students who have earned what are called Latin honors. That's summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. These are the highest commencement honors the university confers for sustained excellence and scholarship. They are awarded to the top 10% of all students graduating in the School of Public Health over the course of a year. Summa cum laude is awarded to students with a GPA in the highest 2% of all college graduates, magna cum laude the next highest at 3%, and cum laude in the following 5%. Will the students graduating with these Latin honors please stand? Well done. Congratulations. I know, the big brain kids. But how are we doing on that quiz, all of you cum laudes? You know, you got the 3, 1, 2, 3 that Andre gave us? Yes, okay. And now I'd like to acknowledge those graduate students and faculty who've been inducted this year into Delta Omega. Delta Omega is an honorary society in public health. The Gamma Society, the Gamma Zeta chapter of the Delta Omega was established here at the University of Maryland in 2011. It honors our distinguished students, alumni, faculty, and honorary members. The mission of the Society is to encourage and recognize excellence in practice, research, education, and academic achievement in the field of public health. Please rise when I call your name, just where you are. To the audience, we ask you to hold your applause until all the names have been read. Brianna Davis, Jean-Luc Alexander Coletta, Pavrisha Kayotira, Jessica Gleason, Rodney Turpin, Dr. Jennifer Roberts, Dr. Sally Kablinski, Dr. Amelia Aria, Dr. Sakobi Wilson, and now Dr. Sean Edmonds. Congratulations to these outstanding students and faculty. I'd also like to recognize all the members of the faculty and other possible graduate students who are already members of Delta Omega. Would you please stand? Yeah, they're the ones with the, there you go. So you join an august group of people. Congratulations all. Thank you. Please be seated. I know that all of the parents, relatives, and friends are here today to celebrate with you, so proud of your accomplishments, as are all your professors, your instructors, and all of us who have tried to be enhancing your educational experience here. But we now have a major accomplishment in your life that is not the result of just an individual acting alone. Your success, graduates, is to be celebrated, but also to appreciate those who have helped you, who've loved you, who've supported you, who've paid for you, who've guided you, who've encouraged you, your moms, your dads, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, and maybe they're not watching it here, but they're being streamed. Remember, this is being streamed live, and it will be archived, so you can pass this to your relatives as well, saying, yes, I did graduate. So graduating students, if you would please stand and face those you love so much that are in the audience, and let's give them a round of applause. So while the graduates are standing, okay, wait. Okay, we're excited. Just wait. They haven't graduated yet because we haven't done the age-old tradition. So if you'd come up and join me. The tradition is that you wear your tassel on the one side, the right side, and at this moment, with a countdown, and our esteemed Emily leading you, we will have, and we have no drum roll, unfortunately, like you have at the graduation last night. We'll have our own little drum roll. Oh yeah, let's do the drum roll. Kinesiology for sure. Drum roll, that's good, that's good. To your hand in the right side. 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! pass the note. Is there a clunker in there? Give me one of the tubes. Yeah. Yeah, is there a noisemaker in it? Is the carabiner still in the tube? A little shake of the carabiner with the stamping of the feet. Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! There you go. It's almost over. Please be seated for just a little bit more. Okay. This is part of that sitting is the new smoking, right? The public service announcement. Sitting is the new smoking, or your sedentary lifestyle is now killing you, as did smoking. A little 4-year-old the other day, I was told, took that message just a different way. He said to his mom or his aunt, I'm not quite sure who, the woman said that watching television causes lung cancer. That's an interesting translation of sitting is the new smoking, but at least he understood sitting was sedentary and smoking caused lung cancer. And a 4-year-old. Public health is working. So at this time, I want to remind you to, up to all, to please join us in the reception at the School of Public Health, which is, I don't think I have to tell the graduates where you are now, really? Okay, which is right next door. We will have some refreshments. We'll have a photo booth set up for you, pictures to be taken with our testudo. There's another commencement ceremony here, so in order for them to begin setting up, as I ask that the graduates and families meet at the reception at the School of Public Health, not here. And if you walk out the main doors, of course. Should I say something more? Yes. Okay. Slightly to the right and across there. We have set up a photo spot in the Frisian Family Lounge upstairs, and there'll be food and munchies all the way through. And now as we close this ceremony, again, we all want to, the faculty, would you all stand and applaud our students? We are so proud of you. So now as we close, I'll ask the audience to remain seated as the platform faculty and graduates exits from the recessional. Again, congratulations, 2016.